Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Director of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Police Academy, Shri Atul Karwal, former directors of this academy, retired and serving police officers present, foreign dignitaries, members of the faculty and training staff, media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored and privileged to review this parade today of 132 officers of the 73rd batch of IPS officers. I am also delighted to see 17 foreign officers, trainees here who have given an excellent account of themselves, as evident by the number of trophies that they won. I am grateful to Director Karwal for giving me this opportunity for being here amidst you. I am deeply impressed by the parade. Its turnout, its brisk movements, perfect synchronization, words of command, and very special compliments to the parade commander, Darpan Ahluwalia, who has brought a great pride to all of us. My compliments to all the members of this parade who have been excellently well and gave a great performance. But this is also an occasion to thank the trainers and the ustads who have converted you into such a good, coherent parade ground team to work so well. I think they have really worked very hard. On this solemn occasion, I congratulate all of you for what you have achieved and also felicitate for all that you are going to achieve hereafter. There is a great future beckoning you. All of you are going to be the forerunners of the future policing of this country and the destiny of this country. This is also a time for me to felicitate your families for having produced such bright young men and women who are going to serve this nation for many more decades ahead. 52 years back, I too passed out, and on this solemn occasion, let we all as IPS officers express our deep feeling of gratitude to our alma mater, the National Police Academy. It weaves us into a common identity, an identity that stays with you hereafter. You'll always be known as an IPS officer. Your name will be incomplete without that suffix. Even after you retire, you will be remembered and known as a retired IPS officer. So it's an identity that this academy brings us, gives to us and brings us together as a family. It binds us. Together we are a team, we are together, we are a family which is dedicated to the service of this country. I am also beholden to the successive generations of the faculty members, ustads and the trainers who shaped us into becoming these police officers. This academy has trained 5,700 officers since 1948. Many among them excelled, brought laurels and honor to the service and the nation. There were great names and there was something much great that have contributed that many of you would be knowing as you progress in your career. They were sources of inspirations for us. They led central and state forces and played a vital role in national building and post-independence period. They led brave men and women of about 21 lakh persons. That is the strength of our police forces in the strength in the states in the center. and 35,480 of them, those brave hearts, under their leadership, sacrificed their lives. They were the great leaders who were able to inspire and make people give the highest sacrifice. And that is the qualities of leadership that we expect from each one of you. We would also like to remember those 40 IPS officers who got martyred, who, like you and me, passed out from this academy. All of them played a seminal role in nation building, and you too have a great role ahead. You will all see 100th year of the India's independence and beyond. It will be a different India at that time. India is on the march, and you will see that you will be leading these police forces at a time when it will be in India, which has got a new place in the international arena. It will be a country that will be known for its many achievements and many accomplishments. It will be one of the lead nations. What we have achieved in the last few years is a beckoner to the direction in which the country is moving. For you to really contribute your might, you have got to develop a national perspective. Don't forget that the first word of your service is the Indian Police Service. You are for India, and India is for you. Every other identity gets subsumed into this Indian identity. The interest of India should be supreme, and the Constitution of India and the values, the traditions, the civilizations that this our family represents. My young colleagues, quintessence of democracy does not lie in the ballot box. It lies in the laws which are made by the people who are elected through those ballot boxes. You are the ones who are the enforcers of those laws. Laws are not as good as they are made. Laws are as good as they are executed and implemented, and the service that the people are able to get out of it. If you fail to implement and enforce them in the letter and spirit in which they were made, they were as bad or as good as they were made. So the success of democracy in enforcement of laws that is given by the people through their elected representative lies in your efficiency, in your commitment, in your values, in your attitudes, and in your performance on the ground. Their implementation is more important than their legislation. No nation can be built where rule of law has failed. People cannot feel safe and secure where law enforcers are weak, corrupt, partisan. I found that many of these values were enshrined in the oath that you just took. Enforce the law with that spirit. And it's no small call. Together, your service is going to provide, or my service also, to provide this sense of their being protected by law, a sense of safety, sense of security to 130 crore people. Every seventh man on this planet is the one whose safety and whose security you are responsible for. People are most important. The new frontiers of war, what we call as the fourth generation warfare, is the civil society. Wars have ceased to become an effective instrument of achieving their political or military objectives. They are too expensive and unaffordable. And at the same time, there is an uncertainty about their outcome. But it is the civil society that can be subverted, that can be suborned, that can be divided, that can be manipulated to hurt the interest of a nation. And you are there to see that they stand fully protected. So the service of the people is the greatest service, not only from the point of view of our nation building, but also from the point of view of our national security. And police has to work closely with other organizations for which they require a mental attitude that together we are going to work together we are going to serve this nation. You are not only required to enforce the rule of law among the civil society, you are also supposed to protect and maintain the order in the length and breadth of this country. In 32 lakh square kilometers of this country, there is not even an inch which is not part of a police station. Our sovereignty goes only as far as the last police station's jurisdiction goes, from the coastal areas to the border areas. In every part of it, maintaining peace and order is also your responsibility. So it is not only 130 crore human beings, but it's also 32 lakh square kilometers of the land whose protection is your responsibility. Maybe in the borders we have got other armed forces, we have got army, we have got others. But still, the peace and order continues to be the responsibility of the police. Your responsibilities in the year ahead will include not only the policing about which you have been trained very well, but it will extend. You will be responsible for border management of this country. 15,000 kilometers of the border, most of which has got these peculiar problems of its own. Whether it's the border with Pakistan or China or Myanmar or Bangladesh, we have got different types of security-related issues which are manned by the police and the central police organizations which are manning these borders. You will also be expected to undertake highly specialized investigations, maybe with the CBI, with the NIA, maybe with the cybercrime, maybe economic offenses and others, which I think you have got to train. And look at it as your career is not only confined to this thing, but always think big, prepare yourself and train yourself. You will also, some of you would be also working for the intelligence, both within the country and outside. And you are the one who will be responsible to see that governments are able not only to take the informed decisions, the decisions which are based on some very important facts that need to be known, but also they are enforced, and they are enforced in a way that they can serve the people and the country's interest best. And technology is another frontier in which I think many of you will have to excel. And I am very sure that some of our very specialized police organizations, which are having the skill, state-of-the-art technologies for the service of the nation, you will be able to serve and update and upgrade the technological capabilities of the police force. These are all vital elements in nation building. You are leaving this academy not only as police leaders, but also as the soldiers of the new coming vibrant India. Without your success, this nation cannot succeed. If the internal security fails, no country can be great. If the people are not secure, people are not safe, they cannot rise to their potential, probably the country can never grow. You are a very lucky generation. You are going to see many momentous changes. A lot of hard and heavy lifting has been done by our predecessors when independence was fought. The country was economically weak, country was more divided, there were princely states, there were problems of partition, and there are a series of other problems that they had to face. Probably now the new type of challenges have come. And I'm very sure and confident that all of you are very well equipped and mentally disposed to face those challenges. It is extremely important that you develop the right attitudes. And I'm very happy that the director lays so much emphasis on the right attitudes. You cannot achieve all these unless you are able to have the right attitude, the right bent of mind, and the right way of training yourself and self-actualizing. You have got to have, wherever you go, you'll find there will be a lot of talk about reforms. Reforms is learning from the past and not doing the same mistakes again. I want the younger generations not only to be thinking of reforms, that is, you will not commit the mistakes that I did. You have got to be transformative. Now the police forces will have to bring about transformative, that is, think about the future and find the solutions today, and bring about the change in the force and in your capabilities, keeping in view the coming challenges. Thank you very much, and once again, my compliments to all of you, and thanks to everyone.